This is the new Ninja FlexFlame, the first ever 5-in-1 outdoor cooking machine. Whether you're into smoking, grilling, griddling, roasting, or even making pizza, this one device does it all. Stick around as we explore its features and see how it can completely transform your outdoor cooking. But first, let me tell you a little bit about it. It's fueled by propane and controlled with precision with its digital dial, which gives more heat with 50% less propane per cook. Now let's get to cooking. These are robust blend pellets I'm using for smoking. I'm simply gonna add 2 cups to the hopper and go ahead and fill it to the fill line. Now set the FlexFlame on the low and slow setting and use that temp control dial to set it at 250 degrees. And with a click of a button, we have wood fire flavor. That's gonna pair great with these massive tomahawk ribeye steaks. As you can see from the intermuscular marbling, these are great quality and they're super thick, coming in around 2.5 inches. My favorite way to treat a nice steak like this is to use avocado oil as a binder. Go ahead and apply that to the whole surface area and season it up with salt, pepper, and garlic. And be sure to season the sides of the steaks. Trust me, you want to make sure you get those edges. One more thing I would like to add, since these steaks are massive, be sure to season them up generously. And with that in mind, I'm gonna use my Ninja Pro Chef wireless meat probe to keep track of the temperature so I don't overcook them. Open up the Ninja Pro Connect app, go ahead and select your protein, set your temperature, and you're ready to go. The FlexFlame is smoking and it smells great. I'm gonna load up my tomahawk ribeye steaks, shut the lid, and let it get to work. In the meantime, I'm gonna make a compound butter. That's thyme, rosemary, sage, diced shallots, minced garlic, and lemon juice. Using a fork, I'm going to work all those ingredients together to create a compound butter that's nice and savory. And this is exactly what I've been waiting for. The steaks have been smoking for 30 minutes, and the convection fan makes sure all of the meats has that incredible smoky flavor we all desire. Just take a look at that color. The smoke has done an excellent job. Let's remove those steaks, they're about 118, and let's set the FlexFlame up for searing. Just turn the knob to the grill setting, making it convenient to go from low and slow smoking to high heat searing. It's only gonna take a few minutes of grilling for an epic crust. Just look at that sizzle. Add a few tablespoons of compound butter and let it rest for a few minutes before slicing. As you can see, these steaks came out medium rare, just how I like them, and are held an epic crust on the exterior, and I'm ready for that bite. It was better than I could imagine, being incredibly juicy and tender with the perfect balance of smoke. Next up is the roast function. I'm gonna set the dial at 400 degrees and add some wood fire flavor. Before I get to prepping, I'm gonna add my roasting rack. I'm gonna be roasting chicken, but first I need to spatchcock it. That's where you remove the backbone using kitchen shears by cutting along each side all the way down until you're able to remove the backbone. Now flip it over and flatten it out nice and evenly. For this, I'm gonna be using yellow mustard as a binder. Don't worry, it won't add any flavor. The mustard flavor will mostly cook off, so you won't taste it at all. All it's gonna do is create a tacky surface, helping the spices adhere better to the meat when it's roasted. As you can see, it's helping it stick to the skin nicely, and be sure to season under that chicken. The Ninja FlexFlame takes no time to heat up once you put it in the roast function, so our chickens are ready to get on the roast rack. I'm super impressed with the room that the Ninja FlexFlame provides, adding 3 fully spatchcocked chickens on top on the roasting rack, and the ability to add all kinds of veggies on the bottom for a complete meal. The chicken roasted for 35 minutes at 400 degrees and we're done. I don't know about you, but that's a first for me, as it typically takes 50 minutes to an hour. Not only was the time impressive, but look at the color of that skin. From the convection fan with the wood fire flavor, it was extra juicy on the inside, and the skin was extra crispy. There's only one thing left for me to do, and that's to taste it. And trust me, it did not disappoint. Now it's time to use the pizza function. I'm gonna put the pizza stone on the FlexFlame grill grates, and with a subtle movement, I'm gonna turn it onto the pizza grill function. It automatically puts it at 500 degrees, so I'm gonna give it a few turns and set it at 600 degrees. For this function, I'm gonna be making some barbecue chicken flatbread. With the roasted chicken that we made previously, in my household, nothing goes to waste, and we're always trying to create ways to utilize it the best way we can feed the whole family. Shred up that chicken until you see it like that, and then we're gonna go ahead and get to work assembling these flatbreads. I like to lay them both side by side and get some barbecue sauce. You can use any kind of barbecue sauce that you like. It's up to you. Right here, I got some hickory brown sugar. I'm gonna spread it across that flatbread with a spoon or a brush. Most importantly, giving it a nice even coat. Once you got it sauced up, it's time for the cheese. I'm using some freshly shredded mozzarella cheese for my pizza because it's got the perfect melt, balanced flavor, and great browning for a good visual appeal. Of course, you can use some provolone, parmesan, or cheddar if that's what you like. Now that we got our cheese on, we're gonna go ahead and get that shredded chicken and spread it out on the flatbread nice and evenly. One thing I think is really cool about making pizza on the FlexFlame is using the awesome pizza peel. As you can see, the convection fan is making sure it's circulating hot air evenly, which will allow you to cook your pizza under 5 minutes with no turning required. Three and a half minutes later, our pizza flatbreads are done. The browning of the cheese looks great, and you know that crust is gonna be crispy. If you're familiar with pizza, you know that's a big deal. I'm going to add some thinly sliced red onions for some texture and color, along with some pickled jalapenos for flavor balance, acidity and brightness, and some versatility. What we just witnessed was the crispy crunchiness of that dough coming from the Ninja FlexFlame pizza function, and let me tell you, this was delicious. Moving on to the final function, griddling. I'm gonna remove that far left grill grate and add the half griddle, or you could purchase the full griddle. Now set it on the grill pizza function for some amazing smash burgers. That's 80-20 ground chuck. We're gonna go ahead and roll them up to about 1/4 pound ball size like you see here. And before we get them on the griddle, we're gonna make a burger sauce with mayo, ketchup, mustard, Worcestershire, hot sauce, and some sweet relish, salt, and pepper. Spend about 1 minute whisking it up until you get a nice consistency, and it's done. Add some avocado oil onto the hot griddle. Add some thinly sliced onions. We're gonna go for about 4 of them here. Get those burger balls and place them right on top. Once you get them all on there, you're gonna smash them as thin as you can possibly get them. Make sure you have a good grill press that's heavy to help add that extra weight so you can get them paper thin. Season them up with some salt, pepper, and garlic, and give them a flip after about 3 to 4 minutes. Toast the buns on the other side, add your cheese, and then shut the lid and let it melt. Now our burgers are looking good. They took about 6 minutes to cook. We're gonna add the sauce to the bottom bun, spread it out nice and evenly. As you know, a good burger has a good sauce. Go ahead and add each burger to each bun and add the lid, and it is complete. Just look how delicious they came out. And I kid you not, this is one of the best burgers that I've ever had. The Ninja FlexFlame isn't just a grill. It's the ultimate 5-in-1 outdoor cooking machine. With cyclonic heat IQ, propane flames, and wood fire technology working together, you get faster cooking times, richer flavors, and complete control. Craving perfectly smoked tomahawk steaks with a flawless sear, juicy smash burgers, tender roasted chicken, or even barbecued chicken pizza flatbreads, the FlexFlame can handle it all. Click the link below, and thank you for watching.